You are at the center of everything that exists. Look around you. What do you see? Everything is around you. There is nothing that you can actually say that isn't around you because you're at the middle and it's all circling you. You are at the center. You are God. God is at the center. And I'm going to tell you why this is hidden from you. This is all you need to know to change your entire life. Because once you know you're at the center and everything comes out of you, what else do you need to do but to change how you operate? So why is this hidden from you? Why is this decrepit, dying system keeping you from knowing that you are at the center of everything? Because your environment is all around you. Environment means enveloped in your mind. You are in your mind always. The world is mind. It's made from it. It's all it is. And this is kept from you for the simple reason that if you knew this, you wouldn't participate in the system because you would create your own system that operates by your own foundational rules and policies and laws and structure and organization or whatever you want it to be. Or maybe you'll just go along with whatever's in nature and be in the wilderness. It's your choice, though. That's what this is all about. You make the choice. Right now, most of us, we don't see ourselves as being the center. We're pulled. We got pulled out. Know how they use the cane to hook? They use it in comedy. They hook the comedian or whoever's on stage if they're not acting right, and they yank them off stage with the cane, the hook. They yanked you off your stage. You ain't acting no more. They don't want you to know this is a theater and that you need to get into your theta brainwave so that you can activate your mind and consciousness so that you can actually realize the time is now for you to smell you are at the center. Center means scent. It's the motion of the scent. It's being put into motion. It's in action. The scent has to do with your nose. Your nose is called your nose because it knows. As I stated in another video, the nose is very reminiscent of a sail or an arrow because it's your direction. This is telling you where to go. This is your navigational point. This is why when you know something, it changes how you operate and how you move because you smell it. It's the scent. And you being at the center is you realizing and coming to terms that everything that is coming out of you is nothing more than something you know because it all is a scent. And the scent has to do with your nose. And you know the scent because you created the scent. Because the scent is truly just the feeling. Because when we get down to the primordial senses, the scent is all there is. The penny. The pen, energy, writing. That's all you need. The penny is copper. Why is the penny copper? Because copper is extremely conductive. That's why it's in people's skin. And that's why the sun is imbuing it from it and the earth into you. The earth is mainly made up of copper if we're talking about metals. It's mostly copper when it comes to metals. It's because of the very precious properties that copper has. That's why the scent is made out of that. Because it has to do with being the center, because the earth, which is all of this, is mostly what that scent is made out of. Exactly. And what does copper turn into? Blue and green. Oceans and plants. Water and plants. The sky. So, let's go back to the scent and smelling things. So the scent has to do with you smelling something and then knowing what you are smelling. You ever heard the saying, can you smell me? Because that's saying, do you know what I'm talking about? The Rock used to say, do you smell what the rock is cooking? Does that even make sense? No, because the rock can't cook, because it's a rock. It is inorganic matter that can't actually functionally do anything active. But why did he say that? You figure that out. Leave it in the comments. You tell me, why did the Rock say, do you smell what the rock is cooking? People used to cook on rocks, maybe? That didn't know they were in the center? Because why would you cook on a rock if you know you are the center and you can create anything to cook something on, or have someone else cook it, or it just be there, or we can come up with something else that we haven't even fundamentally experienced at this point, because everything I'm saying is based on some type of experience that has gleaned over me in some way, shape, or form. How else can you explain anything if you aren't using something that you have somehow gained through your experiences? You're not. That's all that everything is that we are saying. That's all that anything is that is around us. That's why we're sharing all this, though, so that we can expand ourselves and grow past the ideology that we are just a pawn in the system to keep it moving, because we're not. We are the center of it. There's something else I want to say with scent. It might come back to me. Let me keep going, though. Why is this hidden from you? Even deeper, let's go. If you are God, because you are, but just suspend your belief. If you don't know that you are, if you don't have that feeling yet, just look at it from that perception momentarily, just right now. If you are God and you are able to create anything, and there's these other beings that see you doing what you're doing but don't know that they can do that because they weren't grown with that knowledge. They were grown from a decrepit, possibly non-existent parents, guardians, or what's the proper terminology? Not coming to me. But you were grown improperly. And this caused you to not realize that you are the center. But when you know you are God, you at the center can do anything. So those beings that, which I didn't mean to say you being the pawns, those other beings, you're God. Those other beings that don't know that because they were not grown with that knowledge, now they are looking at you trying to figure out how they can do what you are capable of doing. But they don't have the knowledge that all they need to do is do it. They're trying to figure out how you're doing what you're doing and how they're able to take control of that power that you have. Well, they did it. It's a monetary system. What does that mean? Momentary, monetary. They took one of your arches away. The M, they turned into an N. Because a com and a con mean very similar things when it comes to how it is defined. It has to do with coming together. Both of them do. One of them has a less hump, though. And you were controlled. You got put into an environment that fractured you. And at first you knew this because you were at the center. But over time, you separated due to different manipulative practices that is different forms of occult magic, truly, that separated you into these different degrees of what you truly are and you're truly capable of. And those pieces are being kept separated, which are all mental ideas, truly. This is all mind. This is all mental. These are all ideas that you were given to keep you separated. This isn't something physical, because God isn't physical. This is a body. This is, in this environment, God is everything. You're everything. You're at the center of all of you. You, what you are. It is all of you. They captured you. and disseminated your mind into all these degrees and places so that you could not put the pieces together of the puzzle. And then they put barriers around each of these pieces so that each of these pieces would not get back together. And each one of these barriers is done in such a way that you don't even know that you are in a barrier. You're one of these pieces potentially, depending on where you are in your growth process of coming into your conscious ability of being everything, being the creator. And what happened and still is going on is this barrier is made in such a way that it keeps you moving back and forth off of it. An example would be insurance. You think you need insurance because there are situations that were created and then pointed at that this is why you need it and this is why it's beneficial to you, while we left 98% of why you don't want it. We didn't talk about it. We just talked about why you do need it. And at the same time, we also created the reason why you need it. We're doing that as well, being this controlling system. So it keeps you going back and forth. You are getting attacked, and then they're also providing what is going to cure that attack. You're being poisoned, and they're providing the panacea. They're doing it from both sides, because if you truly want to control something, you need to control them from all angles without them realizing there is any control going on, without them realizing there's any type of barrier or structure holding them within what they are doing and not allowing them to go without. Because that's truly what you need to do, is go without. Abstain from all of these physical objects that people are so fascinated by. These physical objects are luring you back into the trap, back into the net, the internet, the web of time. Once you realize that this is occurring, though, you see it everywhere. This is happening everywhere. Right now in the tech industry, people are installing and purchasing services to protect their computer systems because, one, insurance is enforcing it for you to get cyber insurance. Two, because of the news and the media putting out all these stories of horror happening in cybercrime and it being mostly attacked at small to medium-sized businesses. And all of this is being paid for by these businesses, and it's truly all it's spyware. It's collecting data. All of it is. And they're paying for it. And the system created the need for this by creating organizations that do nothing other than launch cyber attacks and look for attack vectors to gain currency and probably notoriety, news attention, depending on what needs to be pushed. There's these organizations that exist that just do that. And then on the other side, you have the insurance companies coming, oh wait, they need cyber insurance now because there's cybercrime. They need cyber insurance. We need to start policing the internet. We need a policy for them. For them to meet this policy, they need to have all these services, which we're actually going to partner with these services too, so that they are the ones that get the prominent attention and we get money from it. Because what it comes down to is the system's getting paid, because the insurance is one of the main portions that keeps the system going. It's a fee, it's a tax. That's truly all it is. It's just a different name for it. And that's all any of these different service vectors are. It's a fee or a tax, because this is how your energy is extracted out of you, is through small increments over a long period. But once you realize that, you cut it off, because you're at the center of all of it. You can just go, you just cut it all off right now. Get rid of it all. And you start operating from the center where you are, and you stop allowing these entities to push you against the barrier back and forth. You see what is going on. It doesn't mean you're not going to utilize it for your advantage with what you're creating, because it may be something that you need to use in some way, shape, or form. Nothing's evil or bad or good. It is what it is, and it has a purpose. Is it a purpose that you can utilize? I don't know. It's up to what you are doing. So you just have to know you are here at the center of everything, and nothing can stop you. Nothing's going to. Because what can stop you if you're not even moving? You never moved. You've been standing, sitting, floating, being in the same position always, the entire time, now, in this moment. You're just here, and it's all going through you. All of it. It's all around you. Prove me wrong. If you can, leave it in the comments if you can prove me wrong. Prove me that everything is not around you. When you do, I'll shake your hand. I'll come to where you are. I'll shake your hand. And that is a very powerful thing that you would get. But you're not gonna find that, because you are at the center. That is what you're gonna find. I know you're gonna find that. You're gonna find you're at the center. Your nose knows. It's the feeling. It's the scent. It's your senses. The sensation, the tingling feeling that you have. It's all you. It's all you. And once you realize you're at the center, you can start changing anything with how it is moving through you and how it goes out the other way. And you can reorchestrate your entire life by being here, or wherever you are. Here where you are, which is there, which is just a T, and here, which the T is a cross, which means you're going into a different reality or dimension, depending on which direction you're going in, which you're in a different realm. And that's why you're there. I'm here, you're there, because you're across the T here. Get it? Listen, there's a bee. Oh, there's a bee. Bees are beautiful. We need more. Plant some flowers. Go dig up your grass. Just plant a bunch of flowers. We need more flowers because we need more bees. Your grass is a weed. Stop planting it. That's your bonus content. Get rid of it, all of you. Get rid of your grass. You're wasting your time, energy, potentially money, cutting it. You don't need to. Just grow flowers. It's beautiful. It'll smell good. You'll attract bees, hummingbirds, butterflies, moths, all kinds of beautiful life, pollinators. Get native plants. They're native to this land. Regrow it. Because we're growing, we got to give back to the earth, the nature of it as well. This is a bilateral process that we're doing here. It's between us and nature. And as long as we keep going back and forth and growing it, shepherding it back to the beauty that it always is, that's all we need to do. Enjoy your day, everyone.